Good morning. Air conditioning and life made simple. We're in north central Arkansas, and it is cold. We've got a temperature of about 50 degrees, and you can kind of see. I'll show you here in a little bit. But we have a service call, and it is a no heat. We have no clue what it's about because the homeowner doesn't really know either what's going on. It's just not heating. And so this is important. And what's really, really important is that we turn our attention to the rock. Yeah. Woo! That's Jackster. That's the rock. We're going to work today. Jackie, what's going on today? What are you doing right now?
Riding in the van on the way to the call.
That's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So let's check this thing out. Let's see what's going on. It may be a quick, short, bam, bam, but we're gonna see if we can catch something on video. So maybe you can use it, maybe not. We've already ran dozens of no heat calls, and I haven't been recording anything. Some of them I'm like, man, that should have been content. That should have been out there, because it was, it was a diagnostic thing, right? Control boards, gas furnaces, things like that. But let's see what happens with this one. Come along for the ride. Again, my name is Bryant, and this is Air Conditioning and Life. The first thing I noticed was the thermostat was a little bit loose on the wall, but of course that doesn't mean anything. So when you're doing a diagnostic, right, the first thing you want to do is check the thermostat, right? How's it doing? Is it funky? And so let's go ahead and start this thing. We'll crank it on and see if it does anything. We can tell that we have our heat on because it says heat on. It's 68 in the house. And the next thing we do is we come down here and we check filter. Just like that. And so this is a new clean filter. So that's not going to be the issue right now. So we've got it cranked on. Let me show you outside where the unit is. Come on out. So here it is. We've got a Bryant package unit, and this guy is a gas furnace. You can tell it's got the gas line right here, and it's got there's the flexible gas line. Probably shouldn't have that on top right there. Just expose it a little bit so we can see. All right, so as we can see here, it's not doing anything. We want to check for high voltage power. We're in the on position right there, so that's good. But this thing is doing nothing. So again, this is a Bryant unit. This is a carrier, in other words. Same thing, Bryant, Payne, carrier, day and night. even ICPs, right? They all look the same color, same everything, for the most part. So let's get some tools and let's check this thing out. All right, so let me show you. So right off the bat, I'm looking at this main control board for this furnace, and we've got a low voltage fuse right here, and that fuse is good. It's not blown. So what do? We check with our senses, right? Our 5 senses. What starts up first in heating, right? This is what you think about, right? You get a call for heating, but then it's the inducer fan motor. This throws out the bad gas outside. So whatever is in the combustion chamber, any incomplete combustion, any gases are being pulled out and shot out through the inducer fan motor. And I touched it, and this is hot. The motor is hot. And another thing I noticed is that somebody has put zip ties from the manifold to the motor. So this thing was probably vibrating or making some type of noise, and they did that to chill it out. Mm-hmm. So the next thing we want to do is just make sure we're still calling for heat. And so we're going to go to our thermostat wire, and the thermostat wire for heat is W, or is white. We're going to go there, and then we're going to find our ground, or common, and we don't have anything happening. So what I want to do is I want to be the thermostat now. Okay, we don't have any voltage from the thermostat for whatever reason, so I want to be the thermostat. So we're going to just jump between red, which is 24 volts, to this one. Okay, yeah, you hear that? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what it is. Yep. Okay. Okay, so you still going? Mm-hmm. All right, so I hear a noise. I've got the jumper off. I bet you it's calling again. It's calling now. So we're gonna check here to ground. No. Voltage AC. Come on now. Okay. Not calling anything. I hear that buzzing sound. So inside here we've got a blower wheel. Yeah, that got real hot. I don't know if you can see that down in there. See that blower wheel? Mm-mm. Okay, well, it's down in there. So what I'm going to do is find a stick or something to try to spin it. It's way back there. Now can you see it? You see that blower wheel in there? Yeah, that's way. Okay, there. Did that spin it? Man, it looks like it might be. Let's get a stick or a long screwdriver. Yeah, you can, but looks like it's pretty straightforward here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the blower wheel's loose. It might be an electrical. It might be electrically locked up. So that might be what's happening. what I'm going to do is we're going to get an amp draw on it. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Let's jump, yeah, we'll just jump these two. We'll watch that number. There we go. That's what it is. So yeah, so that blower wheel was a little bit stuck. It was free, but it was stuck, so the bearings were seized somewhat, but not completely. So as soon as I spun it, it like broke it free. All right, so we're not getting a call from in here. Also, let's take a look at this thing. So here's our W. It looks like it's in place good. And there's a Y, red, and W right there. It's set for heating gas. Also, let me get the jumpers. Let's check it out. All right, so we're just becoming the thermostat right now. We're going to jump between red, which is 24.
Just kicked on.
Okay, so, yep. So you can hear it. All right, kicked on. But let's check this thermostat. So the thermostat is battery operated, and it's calling for heat right now. So let's figure out which numbers or which of these is heat and which one is red. So, or hot. So it's going to be the last one, which is this one, and then 1, 2, and then 3. So let's come over here. We'll put our meter, which my battery's dying. We'll put our meter here. 0. We're gonna see if it's calling. So 1. Was it 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at that. No. It was number 3, right? Come over here, Jack.
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. And we have nothing. So, yeah. Okay, so I don't think this thing is doing anything. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So, thermostat needs to be replaced also. With the inducer fan motor, the wheel, which is warped. So all that needs to come out and needs to be replaced. So this guy is malfunctioning. It probably works once in a while. All right, so let's see if we got a thermostat we can swap out real quick for them, something just like what they got. So at least it can try to kick on. That makes sense. Because this is going to take a little bit. These are tenants, so we need to get a go ahead, right? So in here we've got some thermostats somewhere. I don't know what the boys did with the thermostats, but oh, they're back here, right here. So let's take all this stuff out and let's look at our thermostats. All right, so I've got some thermostats here. One heat, one cool, heat pump or conventional. Got one here. We've got some other ones here. Whoa. Look at that. My goodness. Yep. All right, so we need some batteries. Look what I found. It looks just like it. So let's look here for some batteries. I think I got them in here. The batteries. Oh no. So my boys put all the stuff in here, and it looks like, man, where's the batteries, bro? No. Okay.
Maybe over there in that fold down.
Yep. So we don't want all that in there. Let's take this thermostat off, huh? So there's no common on these 4 wires, so you don't have to worry about shorting anything. So if you don't have a common, you don't need to worry about these wires touching. So now you just hook it up wire for wire. The way it was before, you can take a picture, that'll help you. We're just gonna check to see if we have power. So I'm gonna touch the red and look for a number. We've got 3. And then we'll grab the ground from one of these relays, W. No, that would do Y. So that's the other side of the contactor. So we still have voltage, that's good. We didn't short nothing out. So there it is. There it is, you can hear it. So the inducer's running. It's right in that sweet spot. So the motor is weak because of the bent wheel. But we got it in a position where you can see it's running, picking up gas. So we will still suggest replacement of the blower wheel and motor, just for what it's been through. It's running, but if you see, if I push this in, it starts to quiet down. So this metal housing in here where it brackets in is started to swell out. Okay, so what that means is really there's nothing you can do with it except replace a weak motor and then get a new housing for this Bryant system. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to find all that, and then we've replaced the thermostat already, so that's good. So at least they'll have some heat. And I explained to the tenant how he could go inside and just spin that blower wheel until we can get something done to get it going if he needs to. So yeah. All right, so we're returning back to this call, and we're replacing the inducer motor and also the housing, the whole thing, because the wheel is stuck to the shaft. It's rusted out, so we're going to remove this guy and that guy back there, and we've got the new one. We're going to install it in here and get this thing going. If you remember, it was making a grinding sound, and somebody had put some straps to keep it from binding, and I showed the homeowner how to go in there with a screwdriver and spin it if it's not spinning. So we're gonna take that out. Looks like we're gonna have to remove some stuff here, Wesley, to get back in there. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to. Wow, how in the world we're gonna get back there? How in the world? It looks like we're gonna have to take the gas valve off too. Yep. Gonna have to at least turn the gas valve. Or you know what? No, we might be able to just undo the manifold right here and move it to the side, and then we can get back to those 5/16 screws around that housing right there. Kind of gets it out of the way a little bit. We still need to get up here. How was that flap on there? Just like anything, there's a way. Let's see that one. See the end of it. Okay. Looks like we've got some here, so we'll need to take this off. Move that down. Okay.
Another one back there.
Another one up top.
No, back right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't go to it back.
Oh, back in there. Okay. We brought the other. That's why we brought all the other tools.
Turned off power already.
Mm-hmm. So we'll disconnect power. It's got 2 wires to the inducer. So that we can just shove out of the way.
You're on the other side of this panel, I think.
All right, take that panel off. So we got to remove this panel now, or at least be able to raise it up. It's so crazy. All right, so the plot thickens. We had to take off this panel just to get this off. We need to remove this panel, but the connections are on the end, the screws are on the inside back in there. And in order to get to there, we have to undo the electrical.
This one just broke.
So the plot is, let me resplice. The plot is thickening. And some of you out there are probably like, man, I've done many of those inducer housings before. And you got to do this and this first. And I just don't know. So I guess I'll know next time, right? And if you have, please tell me an easier way. For this style furnace, it's a Bryant package unit. That'd be awesome. All right, so now we are back inside. As you can see, the screws are hidden in there. So crazy. I don't think they thought about, well, if somebody needs to replace the inducer housing and motor, we need to figure out an easier way, like maybe putting the screws out here. That would have been cool. But you know. Pretty rusted in there.
Can save that gasket.
Bring it out. Alright, so you see that? You see how it's rusted? like that. Man, that's why anytime I replace a motor or something, I just automatically just grab everything, the housing, everything. And some manufacturers will come with everything, like this one here. So now we're gonna put some RTV. We're gonna scrape this down, put some RTV. Wesley, it looks like a mess, bro. That's so awesome. So now we're gonna got this cleaned off for the most part. We're gonna put some gasket here and then mount it in place. So we just did a practice run without the RTV, and now we're gonna put the RTV.
It's red.
It's pretty thick. It really is good stuff. It's of course it's automotive, but it's rated for 700 degrees, and this thing won't get above 200. Shouldn't. Maybe 220, something like that. Man, get a good workout here. All right.
F in beauty contest.
Huh?
We got an F in good looks.
Yep. Nope. Yep. I get an F in good looks ever since I was a little kid. All right. You ready? Slam it in there. And we'll put a screw. Right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Just gotta get screwed.
All right. So let me get one. So we've got some new screws here. Let me pull these out. We're gonna hold it very well. So yeah, just like Wesley was saying, there's not a hole there. It's just like a loop. So will it hold it in place? We're gonna find out.
Nope.
Nope. It's sliding.
The back side of it.
Okay. So where's the next one? Right here?
Mm-hmm. Nope, that one wasn't used. It's all the way down in the back.
Oh, how about this one right here?
That one is.
That's a good one. Right there. There we go. It's nice when you got new screws, right? All right. We'll finish that.
Blah, 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 blah.
Shove it in there. Put it down. Okay. So now we'll wire up our voltages.
There's that one.
All right. Awesome. All right. So now we'll bring these two wires up into the same spot on the control board. Here, one here, obviously one there, and then two there. All right. One will go right here, here. 120 in common. Awesome. Okay.
Low voltage. Wire nuts.
All right, we'll resplash that red. Hold on, baby. All right. So now we're gonna just go ahead and become the thermostat, and between power, which is red, and W. That way our heat kicks on. So we're just becoming the thermostat. Let's make sure it's gonna work. See how fast that was? And we got good air coming out. It's flowing. Yep. Come on. Looks good. Sounds good. It's ready to go. That's it. Done. So that's it for this call. I hope you like this service call. Very basic but fundamental. These inducer fan motors and all the parts that are on these package units, they when they're outside in the elements like this, they can't withstand the test of time, like a furnace would in an attic or in a closet, right? So this guy's done. It was successful. It was a pain in the butt, but it was successful. We've got it replaced. Diagnosis to replacement, right? So we hope you like this content, and I would just like to share something with you. The message. Come on now. The message. Sometimes things go the way we want them to go, but sometimes things don't go the way we want them to go, and it tests our patience. My patience was tested today on another service call, and I think one day we'll have it figured out. But the same is with life, right? The same is with life. We get tested. And it's part of life, and we don't like it. And sometimes the test has a little fire to it, and it burns. And sometimes there's a part of us that needs to die. That's why there's burning. You see, burning, the fire brings death to something. It is a cleansing thing. It's a purifying thing, like gold and silver. And we are more precious than stones. We are more precious as God's creation than gold and silver or anything that is in creation. And so how much more does God want us to grow? And so sometimes we feel like running away, but we don't, because we don't always run away from it. But sometimes we need help. And that's why God created the body of Christ. I encourage you, if you don't know him, to help you through this time in this world. Just get to the end of yourself and cry out and say, God, reveal yourself to me. And he will, or he'll send somebody to do it, to help you. Isn't that cool? Isn't that love? Hey, God bless you until next week.